Hannah Summer, Farm Credit Services.
Rhonda Johnson, Community Coordinator, Washburn Lake.
Stacy Burby, True Community Bank.
Mark Lau, myself.
Awesome. Do we have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. All right, let's begin. Minutes from November 12th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Mark first, on a second. Is there a discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. Next we have the financial report.
Okay, the first page is the account balances as of today. One thing to note is we do have over $10,000 of laid up Washburn funds, so we should probably be using those since we had people donate them. And the loan pool, we did have one loan pay off, another one that's close, and we've got over 15,000 available, so hopefully we can get somebody to apply for a loan again soon. The second page and a half or so is the checks written since the last meeting. A lot of it was Santa Day supplies, advertising. We paid to print Washburn bucks again. I called up to the credit union before we had the promotion, and they only had $4,000 worth of the 6,000 we needed, so we got the paper to print them again. Nordac North printed Washburn bucks again, and then advertisement for the different events that we had, the interest buy down, I guess normal expenses. I've got a check for you, Stacy, for some cash from the candy caravan.
Thank you so
Stacy
much.
had used that to buy some candy for that. And then the next page set is the profit and loss, income and expenses since the last meeting, and then compared to year to date. Then I guess not the very last page, but the last page of numbers is where we are at compared to our budget. And then the very last page, I just put in a number list again.
And the budget committee will be meeting January.
Yeah, before the next meeting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, bring my members until I get the Christmas cards. And I'm gonna keep looking.
Oh, do we have a motion on the board, on the table?
And then I have something for a receipt.
Oh, okay.
So this is for the Santa Day, the buns, the ketchup, the mustard, and the Franks. And then I purchased 4 ribbons for our decorations. There's a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of mustard that wasn't used. I won't turn in a receipt for the 4 bows, which came out to like about $5. So
And you just keep the mustard and ketchup?
yeah,
Okay,
it's a
Sure.
wash.
okay,
So
okay,
I'll just turn in
okay.
that receipt there. So.
I'll move to approve the financials.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And since I had to go to Bismarck, I'm not gonna charge you mileage or anything like that. So.
You're so sweet, Mark. You're so sweet. Thank you, sir. Next on the table, we have old business. Santa Day. It was epic. We loved it. Rhonda, what do you got?
It was busy.
I thought the blow-ups was a big plus.
The pictures were awesome.
And
Looks
then,
like it was a great turnout. Did you find some more volunteers?
Oh, we had 13. We ended up with
So
13.
you were
oh,
good.
we were good.
yeah,
Yes.
it was good.
Yes. We still need to.
Cleanup was a lot better this year.
Yeah, it was awesome. We
How
have
many people do you guys figure?
well,
Over
13
200.
kids. Let me
No,
back.
I mean,
I'm thinking over 250 to 300, cause it was packed and people are coming and going and not everyone ate, so we couldn't go by what, with the food and.
I know we didn't
You should
stop
have
moving.
a person, a clicker at the, welcome to Walmart.
yeah.
We had over 190 kids.
That's
So,
awesome.
right? Approximately.
I know we didn't stop moving.
Yeah,
Me and Rhonda did not stop moving that whole event.
Big pot of coffee, I think there were 2 pots.
All of the lemonade.
All the lemonade, it was 4 of those country time that make 5,
Yep.
5 quarts, whatever, 5, yeah, I think. All of that and the water and keeping up. One girl was hoping I'd give her a pitcher of lemonade, she'd come back and she handed me the pitcher and I'm like, I just gave you, she knew that's how fast it was going, I could make them, I was
Do
going,
you guys have those GOTS?
I should have used
You should have called me, cause
the
we have
easiest
3.
thing, but I couldn't lift it, so I
Okay.
used, so that's what I'm wondering if next year somebody has
I'm
those
sorry.
bigger ones that hold maybe 2 or 4 quarts or 6 quarts of Kool-Aid that they,
But I
because
think
you
it's-
got that nozzle,
but
they,
it's
it
good to
keeps
go-
dripping on the floor.
sorry.
That's why I didn't want to
Yeah.
miss on the floor.
But I think having the pictures is good, cause then
The kids can
kids could
pour.
go around and,
Oh, sure.
you
Fill
know,
glasses.
get refills, so we're not going through extra cups and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it sounds like it was a great event.
Do you need more pictures so you have more made ahead of time, or?
I
you run out
will
of
get a
pictures,
hold
or-
of the Legion and ask them to bring more pictures up from the basement. I never thought of that that night when Gary Kinsley was there and asking what we needed.
Hindsight.
Because I just didn't think of it.
Can we do cards though? I would like to write cards, thank you cards to the kids that showed up. They all showed up last minute and I still, I need to get one child's name. That's why I haven't posted the thank you yet on Facebook because I haven't gotten her name yet.
The kids that helped out.
Yes, because they came through.
The Lanning?
Yes, yeah, I
That's
asked,
the oldest.
Brianna.
That's it.
there you go, okay. So
They
she's
call her
the,
Bree.
she's the final one on the list of thank yous, but it'd be great if we
Could
could
we-
send them,
Give them each like $5 in Washburn bucks or something to thank them, or?
could we? Would we
I'm
mind?
fine with that.
Cause,
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
thinking like 10, because
Or-
some of them.
or whatever, cause
Derek-
usually we give them,
I'm just-
give a group,
So-
if somebody representing a group, we'll donate to the group. If they were just kinda doing it on their own, we could
I'm just gonna
give them
text you. the-
something to thank them.
Derek Lanning, someone goes, well, how was Santa Day? I did Santa letters. I got stuck doing Santa letters.
They call her Bree, so BRI,
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
and then LANING.
Oh.
What are you naming?
I'll make a motion that we give $5 in Washburn bucks to each of the volunteers that helped us, the workers.
I'll second that.
How much time did they spend helping us?
Oh,
Many
man,
hours.
many hours.
Yeah, set up and tear down.
Faith, they put in 4 hours the night before, the two girls, and then from 8 till, or from
10
10
to-
till,
Hmm,
What, 1:32?
So did their group get something out of it?
Mm-mm.
no. They came last minute too.
They were part of a
I
group,
reached
were
out,
they, or?
well, it was, no, cause they were so it was part of the sports, I don't know what the title is, like sports director, but it was her actual children. Like, it wasn't really anybody from the team, it was really community,
Derek Lanning and his
Yeah.
kids, Tracy Jager, her kids.
yeah.
Yes,
my
send a thank you
kids,
card with some Washburn bucks for them, and
Yeah,
So how many were there?
13 showed up,
Oh,
13 kids, yeah. Were you gonna suggest? We have
More
a
than
motion on the
5.
table.
I was gonna suggest more than 5, but,
Well, we have discussion right
amend the
now.
motion then.
Well,
Yeah,
well, I wanted to
the only, well, if,
spur the conversation.
yeah.
the only thing is, we gotta realize people need to volunteer without getting something.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna give them too much, then they think, well, we
Oh, they're
got this
paying us
much
to do it.
last,
Yeah.
right? Because volunteering is
They came in
a
expecting
lost tradition
nothing.
that,
Yeah, so a
I think
nice
fine.
thank you
No,
card, and
yeah.
then here's $5, you know.
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
That's the way I look at it, is we're not trying to, if it was an organization that was set up to come in, like, you know, a youth
Like
group
Fly
or
or-
whatever.
The Washburn Youth Sports that we had at Taste of Washburn, when we gave them some money, they said they did it because they wanted to teach the kids how to volunteer. I said, well, this is, yeah, the kids are volunteering, but we're gonna support your organization.
Mm.
So,
And
yeah,
these are
so
just kids
there's the
volunteering.
kids, yeah,
Cool.
just, Tracy Jager said, whenever you need help, just let us know, we'll send the kids down. They don't expect anything back. 'cause
They enjoy it.
They enjoy it.
But the leads, but they are the leads to the sports, youth sports, and I greatly appreciate those two leads, Derek and, Tracy stepping up and gathering more kids for us. So we got a first and we have a second. Do we have a discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have Washburn Buck promo. Sorry, Rhonda.
Okay, the Washburn Buck promo, what started on Small Business Saturday, November 30th, and it was give $25, get $50 back. I think it went really well. There were a few that came back more than once, but that's okay, and it only took, 5 days to sell out all the bundles?
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
So, yeah.
Awesome. We have a Small Business Saturday vendor show for old business as well. Update.
That had 30 vendors set up on November 30th there. 2 no-shows, but that was okay. I was able to fill them up. And yeah, I think it was like a good turnout. A lot of the vendors, saying if they have it again, they'd be willing to come back. It was pretty, it started out slow, but yeah, I think they all had a good deal. And Fly served, did the meal, and I don't know how well they did, but they
Pretty
also
good
had,
crowd too.
yeah. And like the last half hour, it slowed down, so there was that, that's when they started packing up and that, and I'm like, if we shorten the hours, someone said then it'd be that last half hour would be, same thing, so we'll just keep, they really like the 10 to 3,
The vendors did?
yeah, that time, so he says, it gives the people the ends, and they got more time to get back home, if at night, or the weather.
Good deal. Good. Next up on old business is board positions appointment. Board position appointment. Anybody have any suggestions? I haven't spoken to anybody, to be honest with you.
Well, the committee did reach out to a couple possible, and then they declined.
Yes. Yes.
Who did you reach out to?
Tana and, the person from, Dakota West.
There's several
Is it
people.
Savannah? Or was it the
No, it was
Josh, the
the
guy?
new guy.
Josh Rust.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Josh.
But
What's the woman's name who came to talk to us,
Melinda.
who works for the state, right?
Yeah, Melinda, she's got other meetings on
Indian
the
Affairs.
state, isn't she? That's why.
I think she still sleeps works with the North Dakota Commerce.
Do we-
Good Life, her other things that she's continuously traveling.
Yeah. I had a
Do we
good
post
meeting with her.
something on like, what's happening in Washburn?
Well, I think we do that.
Did we not post that there was opening?
I saw
We
some.
did.
I thought I saw something too.
We need better foundation. I feel like we need better foundation. I feel like we're rebuilding relationships to make this go a little bit smoother. But we definitely need a better foundation to want to bring people in and to be able to, like, this is what we're doing. I was talking to Donna. It'd be great maybe next meeting we just have just our basics. What do we want to do? What do we want to see? And then with the members, just to be a member, what would we like to see, and how do we want to give back to the local businesses, not just on Main Street, because we have businesses that are outside, and I've heard that a lot too. So it would be good for us to have like a good kickoff of the year of what we wanna see in the future.
I've even asked people that aren't business owners to say, you know, if they're willing to be a part, because they said you're part of the community, you have a
Mhm.
voice, and I'm still,
Well, that was part of our initial, is to get community people involved as well.
Yeah. Anybody with more than just a seat.
Can we do something to where we put something on social media to where we're looking at, you know, beautifying Washburn, making Washburn a safe place to live, blah, blah, blah. And then just have a list of, these are our goals. If you would
Current
like to be a part of it, you know, and then have some of our projects that are on there. And would you like to be on our team? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
I agree.
And then just kind of revamp, you know, instead of just saying, hey, we're looking for a member of the Washburn Life.
We can do that.
I mean, just kind of mix it up a little bit.
Do you wanna post something like that,
So
or would you like my help?
We have, how many
What did you say?
businesses?
Okay. I didn't-
Oh,
That's
this
the
is-
agenda from the
Wrong.
city's
That's the
website.
wrong meeting.
yeah.
I thought that was starting to look like a list of members.
Well, there's a list of members on the, yeah, we have 39 members.
So when is the last time we actually sent something to them to ask them what they think Washburn Life should be doing for them or for the city?
Well, that's, but then,
And then go off of that for
mhm.
The next meeting?
advertising, you know, but, okay, so what do you think Washburn Life could conceivably do for you, for Washburn, whatever,
I like that.
for a direction of, okay, we're doing things we think is in a good direction, but
We're not doing
Well,
anything,
yeah.
really.
Rhonda.
I mean, like, for the members specifically,
Well,
like the action
when
right
we
now.
are doing something, cause we did have the small Saturday, we did have Santa Day.
Those are for vendors, but
And
not,
either one of those, in either one of those things, either entertain us, entertain children, or bring commerce into town.
it did nothing for Crowell Trucking. It did absolutely nothing for my business. It did nothing for some of the businesses up there. I mean, like the actual members, you know what I mean? Like, that's a little bit different than like the shows. I mean, like, what can we give to them? Isn't that what your
Well-
question is
Like
towards?
Santa Day, Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center was part of it, so they didn't have a sign saying they were the
A
interpretive
member.
center, and you know, you didn't have yours for your
Well,
Frontier
I didn't
Floral.
even think about it.
I didn't either till right now, I'm like,
Yeah.
you had
It was
your
like
coat- I
3
was
years
gonna say you had
ago
your
when
t-shirt, but
we
no,
did
that was
that
the night
community
before.
survey, remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, we had all that information. Do we have any of that information? Yeah,
That
Rhonda?
was More than 3 years ago.
Well,
was it 5
yeah,
years.
5
Yeah,
years
when we,
ago.
when we kind of started, yeah.
I love Richard's idea. I think we definitely reach out to the members via email, you know, and ask them, like, what can we
Yeah.
do for you guys?
We have the email list, so we can just,
Yeah.
And do we do a survey monkey, or do we send out letters,
And
or?
then just an email, and then, we can expand from there, maybe see what
Yeah.
kind of feedback she gets.
Yeah. We're gonna send membership letter, and that's on your membership letters.
But if we go
So,
back and
yeah.
look at our membership letters, you know, we'd have to say, what did we offer then, and did we follow through on that?
Mhm.
It's setting those kind of plans in place, you know, this upcoming year that really needs to happen.
And yeah, we need to know, what can we do for you?
Yeah.
well,
So-
like the, you know, the Halloween, the candy caravan, that's been going over really
Yeah.
well. I mean, we do have some pluses out there
Well,
that,
yeah, no, all of those things are totally different, though, I feel like, than what I
Right.
was talking about, right?
right, but
Okay.
I'm just saying we
Oh, we do things?
established ourselves
Sure.
to where, but it's
So-
like, what other
we're not doing nothing.
ideas are out
We're
there?
not doing nothing. And when you look at a civic group, for instance, what we used to call the civic club, right? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Theoretically, their goal should have been to bring more commons to town,
Mhm.
other than just have coffee. But at one time, that was mainly what they did, have coffee. So something diluted their Because you gotta know that Riverboat Days came from something like that. This is the,
As
Well,
a membership, they're paid for a membership, what are they paying for? You gotta get
Yeah.
some kind of feedback, like I got a membership somewhere, I get feedback from that, being a member to that specific group.
so
You know.
because we came from there, we should be thinking on the same lines as what can we do, what kind of promotions can we help businesses or not help business, depending if they want help or not, just to bring more people to town. You know, even, any one of these things, I know for a fact that both the Napa and Wagon Wheel had one extra person walking that day.
but,
And,
You guys are
and it's
missing my
not much,
point.
it's not much, but it is something.
Yeah.
Anything we can do to drag people through our town.
well, on that idea, but like, say when we do a citywide rummage sale, then that should be the time where the businesses have like a crazy day. You know, because you're gonna have all these extra people in town, and Napa could,
You're right.
or could say, hey, we have a filter special on, or something like that, and, you know,
So
or
maybe
just say,
some-
you can stop up at RDO and get a bag of popcorn, and, you
So
know.
is that our time to encourage the businesses? We're gonna have the rummage sale, there'll be people in here for all the rummage sales.
Yeah.
This might be a time for you to advertise any kind of crap you couldn't get rid of all year long.
Yeah, because your own
Well, I
rummage sale.
don't know if we wanna put that over the.
Well, no, you start.
Peddle your crap.
They thought, you go to Wagon Wheel,
Yeah.
every now and then, they got a table there of stuff that hasn't been going,
Clearance.
and they put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, their clearance sale,
Their
yeah.
clearance sale. And-
Yeah, they could
Napa's got the
advertise
same
a
thing.
clearance sale. You know, the gas stations, they could put on a promotion. you
I'm
know.
talking about digging deeper. I'm talking about how to tell them how to advertise, how to put
Mm.
yourself on Google
Right.
Maps, how to get your reviews in there, how to ask customers for reviews. I'm talking about how to grab
Sure.
more clients. I'm talking like the deeper part, other
Right.
than like the surfaced events that,
Mhm.
those are amazing.
Well,
So we are doing
Then-
something, if that's
then
what
we should be-
disturbed.
Then we should be asking them if they would be interested
In coming to a
coming to a
seminar or.
seminar or
Yeah.
program or
Yeah.
something.
Right,
to find
Should
out.
we invite someone for all of you to
Those are easy
get ideas
things
on?
that
Yeah.
can be emailed to them.
Right.
well, we could have a citywide crazy days,
Because
along with
if they
the
don't want,
rummage sale.
if they don't want that,
They can get them in an email, but those are like easy, free things that we can get them.
right?
Like I discussed with Christy up at Focus, right? I said, we talked about our Google, and I said, hey, you're not on Google. I said, no, I said, you're only on Facebook and it's closed over there. And then we talked about Google. We talked about how she can get in there and make the clinic into Focus, because that's what it was. So those types of things are important for a business to know how to do to attract business. I'm talking about those deeper things that we can get for free.
Mhm.
Do you know?
Okay, so you've investigated these things, you've done some of these things, maybe you are the agent for that.
I just need help, man.
Mhm.
I just need I needed a
Cause most of these things, it's gonna be a one-on-one with the manager.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I
Or
don't-
we bring somebody in and have them explain to them, this is how you go on Google, or Google is worse than simple. I am
was
still
told-
on the first page on Google.
West River will help any business get on the Google,
Mhm.
that's just
So-
one thing.
for to
Yeah.
get them onto that, so that's what I'm just saying, you know, maybe let them know that West River is gonna do it, and it's free to the the business or that, and it'll get them onto what I was told, like their TikTok and Instagram, and get their business out there, so, as
So-
example, is the Frontier Floral. So when you go on
maybe
Google,
that's-
it's gonna, Frontier Floral is gonna pop up more over whatever one's in Hazen or down in Bismarck,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So maybe you just actually hit on something there in that, okay, now you've done things to, how can I be more seen as a business? And you talked about Google, and we know that West River will provide whatever they need or help them to do it. Maybe what we do for our members is send them something every now and then saying, have you ever
What
thought about Google?
resources there are.
West River will help you. This is the phone number, this is your contact. And a letter, a nice little letter from Washburn Life.
Yeah, it just needs
A
to be
postcard from
consistent.
Washburn Life.
It just needs to be consistent and it needs to be scheduled and like I have a million ideas of what we can do. I
So-
just for myself
so
need to
drip-
be held accountable.
So if you start dribbling it out once a month or something, and you know, when you have an idea, figure out someone that will do it and show them how,
We
so
can
that
sit
you
down-
don't have to do it all.
We could sit down and knock it out in one day, you know, like put a schedule out and I can help, you know. See, and that kind of brings us back to where, that position, sorry, Rhonda, it brings us back to that position and what I was hoping it would be for, you know, where the person who was in that position, the paid position, could shoot out those emails. You could shoot them out weekly. I mean, the ideas that are so easily brought up and thought of, you know, can get pushed out weekly or bi-weekly, but like those things, I don't wanna be responsible for doing them. For me, it's just easier to brain dump, get it down, and then to knock it out for the month. You know, and maybe we figure out like a monkey survey or like something that sends out those emails automatically to all of them, like once every week,
I
so then I don't have to, you know, I'll have to think of something like that. What are your thoughts, Rhonda, about that?
Well, my thoughts are, is I am absolutely positively annoyed with weekly suggestions of things that I can either buy or do or improve.
Do you usually read them or do any of them though?
If you do it too often, I think it's incredibly annoying.
I don't know how often you read your emails, to be honest with you, sir.
And that's the reason I don't read as much as I do. Because it is, some of
Well-
it, you have no idea how much I erase every day.
But that's why I think you have to put it more on multimedia to where people just, and, you know, like, say if we all get an email, you might get one or two people that actually look at it. To where if it's people like to look on their phone, you know, they're not looking at their emails. And if they hit something, oh, they're gonna,
Yeah, but
okay,
it's specific to the members.
right. But true, but depends on how you word it.
So what does it take?
So how many of our members actually look at the multimedia, you know, like what's happening in Washburn?
So,
That
Rochelle,
information gets around.
Rochelle, have you looked in
If
advertising?
you make it more
on
generic, so
YouTube?
it's not just to the members,
I can
There's
we're
a
push it
supposed
lot
to
of-
get this
There are a
information
lot of
out there.
locals around the area that are doing it. And just because you turn your computer on and my phone anyway, when I go to the internet, I'll get stuff that's sort of semi-pertinent to where I live. And then there will be, if I'm watching TV on YouTube, there's advertisement from Bismarck, Hazen, Minot, Mandan.
It's another thing to look into for like a suggestion.
So
on,
there
like,
is a
push out.
suggestion to our
Yeah.
constituents, is look at that.
But it's back to Rhonda because it's something that she's in that spot that is that outside of the scope of work. It's not something you're interested in because that's part of what I was looking for in the or whatever. That's what I was looking for this committee, for a position for someone to help us push out that communication.
Well,
What do you think?
If you provide it, I can push it out or help, you know, that.
I just need help.
I would volunteer to work with Rhonda to come up with some brainstorming ideas. And then we'll come back at the next meeting and present whatever we come up with, and
Did
then.
you just take my idea and from me? What happened here?
I know.
I was like, what just
You're-
happened here,
I-
sir?
Till we get to
Rochelle,
this
can
other
you-
Good
one.
idea,
Can you
but
give
I know you're busy.
I
but
love
I'm-
it.
Can
I
you
love
give
it.
them, can you
I-
give Mark a list of the things you've done,
Is this survey
to
for the
look at
businesses or survey
bringing
for the
stuff into
community
you
that
so
was
that-
Washburn Life?
We're,
when they get together,
Because
They
Me
got
and
a list of-
Rhonda are
I might
perfectly
have-
capable of communicating.
Yeah,
I
We
have
have,
the
are building
surveys
our,
that
our
Megan did.
relationship.
I think so.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
that would be
Yes,
the,
Rhonda,
Well,
would
what
you
I'm talking-
agree?
what
that
I'm
we're-
talking about is-
We're building our relationship.
We're building our
We're
relationship.
building our relationship.
I'm so proud of both of you.
Thank you, thank you. I would love to sit down, but it's a brain dump for me. Like how we're bouncing ideas, like
So-
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I understand that, and the thing here, what I'm trying to say is, you need to do this dump, so dump it on paper, dump it into a recorder, send it to somebody, and let them sift through it, and they'll come up with something else. You've already done the dump, right?
Mhm.
I know, but I felt like I tried to say, you guys were like on the level of like, street fairs and carnivals, and I was like I was underneath trying to like get this point in, and then
Yeah, I get
I know what the point is, and then you want me to pass it to somebody who,
Well, okay then.
I wanna be a part of it, I
All right.
do,
Great.
if we all want to.
Well,
do
we want everyone to be a part
and
of
I
it.
think
Yeah.
Rhonda just needs somebody to get her the content, somebody to
And then she
compose the
will-
content,
She'll
and
spit
she
it
can
out.
distribute it.
Yeah,
I like the brain dump. If I can get Rhonda to sit with me and Mark, if to brain
Yeah.
dump, then I will.
Well, you
If
can
I
be-
can't get them
yeah.
to, then I'll be happy to brain dump and just hand it off, if that's what you guys want.
Cause I like brainstorming, coming up with different ideas,
Yeah,
you know.
and then you can like
So-
set it out for the week.
Rhonda, as the person who would probably disseminate the idea,
Mhm.
or disseminate whatever we're going to do you want to be in on deciding what you're gonna do? You just want someone to say, hey, we wanna send this out. How do we get it done? Can you do it? Which, you want both parts of it, or just,
Do you wanna be a part of the brainstorming?
That's what I said, make it more, if somebody comes back and asking questions, then I'll know, what
Yeah,
you were
Okay.
trying, how you interpreting it or whatever.
yeah, feedback.
So what was that,
but it,
yes?
but it
I
does
think
add
so.
another
Okay.
layer of,
I was
does
like,
add
I was gonna
another
say, I
layer
don't know.
of
My
work.
headache.
If you're part of the group that does the brainstorming and the research, plus the one who disseminates it, so it's a whole nother layer. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we can lay it out too.
Yeah.
I'll get you ChatGPT, will be just fine.
Mhm.
Let me just-
And then just regularly, like on the 5th of every month,
Routine.
get
That's
it
where the
sent
key
out.
part is for you though,
Schedule
is,
it and-
sorry guys, I did turn this off. It's off, it's on, just, I like that.
And I kind of like the idea of just doing one thing a month.
Yeah,
For now,
Instead of dumping on the, cause that would be me and
Weekly.
at True Community,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
receiving most of that stuff.
okay.
Mhm.
I
That's
just
what I'm
don't
saying, I
have
don't
time
like
to do it
bombarding-
daily, but once a
bombarding
month
them
would be
with
fantastic.
emails.
Any more than
Yeah.
that, I think, was
Okay,
That's
like
why
to quit
I-
looking at it,
yeah,
just
I
erase.
don't know.
so when,
You
whatever.
kind of become blind to it. a little,
Yeah.
That's what I do,
Exactly.
exactly. There's things I know that are coming. On the other hand, when I'm thinking of looking for something, well, okay, Acme is gonna come up with something I can go on.
Yeah,
I remember because Acme always sends me stuff.
you like to shop there though, right?
I don't walk in the store unless I absolutely have to. They've got an
I don't
online,
like, bombarding with
Oh, they got it
emails.
online.
So I knew I was gonna mail, do the
Everybody
reminder
does.
for the meeting. So on Sundays, when I sent out a park board request,
matter of fact, you can buy Napa parts online. They'll have them waiting when you get there.
See, but you look out for those emails because you like that place, right?
No, not
No?
unless, it's only when something strikes me that I need something, then I go and look for.
it's convenience.
But even something small, like I noticed when we sent out the ask for the Bucka Point
Oh, yeah.
sponsorship at the school, like I think that, that even spurred me to do that for the bank, cause I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah, I
And
forgot
went
about
out
that one,
instantly.
yeah.
Like that, I
And they
think is what
filled
you're
up pretty
talking about.
fast, and
If
that's
you want
probably
to
because
do
of
something for the
Rhonda's.
businesses, like,
Mhm.
that's definitely spurred that on fantastically. It was
Sure.
awesome,
Mhm, mhm.
that was awesome.
Yeah, I like that. So I guess just whenever you wanna brainstorm
Mhm.
or sit down and do that, we're game. I just think your key point is just gonna be the consistency too. I'm not gonna be good at that, but whenever you tell me to brain dump, we can brain dump and,
Well, I think you just choose like the first Tuesday of every month and that's just when you do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be dump
You know.
day, yeah.
Dump day.
okay.
Good idea.
Cool. Well, so hopefully that'll attract, more board positions and appointments, when we start to get this ground moving. I feel like we're definitely in the right direction, so.
But
I'm
I guess I have one question, can we get by with only 6 board members?
I think it's scary for sure, because even I missed the meeting last, I planned on being here. I told Rhonda I was gonna be here, and then I had a work emergency, couldn't be here. Like, what happens if that happens to two of us?
I can get the list of members and go down it and start there.
But, I think it's a good idea to maybe open
we
it
should
up
all-
and we need,
Well, the advertisement, he already mentioned Facebook advertisement
Yep.
for sure, and then we really verbally have to talk to,
Yeah.
you know.
We just say you don't have
So,
to be
as you
part
said,
of a
talking-
business, you
Yes,
can
don't have to.
organization
Yeah.
or something
I
like
think
that.
as you
or
said,
just-
talking, if we go and ask the paid members, just what do you think Washburn Life could do for you?
Yeah.
And we get a little bit
you
of
wanna be a
feedback.
part then
So,
and
yeah,
help
well,
us.
then, do you think you could help us to get in that direction, be a board member and help us to go that way?
Maybe put that in at the end. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe
at
like
the end.
slip
Don't
that
put up
in,
front.
hey, like, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
would you be interested
need
in
your
being a
help.
board member? Yeah, we need your help.
Tell us how.
Please be a board member. That'd be good. If you need help with
So this
that,
might
let
not be
me know.
This might not be a quick fix,
No,
but it
No.
might be
Put that
I
in
don't
the
know if it's
membership
even a
letter.
good fix, but it might be.
it's something. It's a strategy. I love it.
Well, another thing too is now after the holidays, you're gonna have people that are like getting bored. And then they're gonna say, oh, that'll give me something to do once a month.
Yeah. I like it. I like it,
Was
guys.
Rainbow not gonna put anybody else on the board, or
Mm-mm.
can't be assumptive in thinking that?
I don't think we asked, but I think Allison's kind of like their main person.
She'll still be coming to the meetings and she'll be part of,
Wherever we need her
wherever we
for.
need her, cause she said she'll be part of Case to Washburn Committee again and she'll still help out.
Have we asked her, would she stay on until we can find somebody to replace her? If she'd be willing, so our bylaws say we have, from 7 to 12, so, we'll have only 6.
Okay.
Or just ask her if someone from Rainbow will be willing to step in as a board member to replace her. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know if there's anybody else that goes to
What about,
community things,
That
like,
have
we
it,
had two
have
from
the
True
time,
Community
yeah.
Bank, Tammy and Sheila, so.
You got WRT. She comes in a lot.
Oh, let's see if she wants to be like an actual board
Yeah.
member.
And
or
so
one of the
does.
ladies from the resource center.
Yeah, or the ladies from the resource center would be a great extension. It'd be great if we
Grocery
could
store,
get them.
anybody on the grocery store, I know
Nope. I
he
can
mentioned
ask.
to me that he was gonna start coming to the meetings, but,
That'd be
I
cool.
haven't seen him, but maybe he would want to be, I can't think of his name right
John?
now. John, thank you.
Yeah, I think
He would be good.
a verbal reach out and
So too,
it's probably more my
They do a lot,
responsibility
actually.
to do that.
And they're
they're
good on,
kinda quiet and, behind the scenes, but yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay. So some verbal reach outs on my part needs to happen. I'll see what I can do to come up with a 7th, at least for right now.
And all of us.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
mind.
Rhonda does have to go. I just wanna say that at the 45 because she has a meeting for Strength and ND.
Do you want me to take over
So
a few minutes for you, or?
It's okay.
I just
They're
wanted to
taking
kind
it, I think.
Oh, they're recording it?
Move
Oh,
on.
okay.
of, okay, just trying to be mindful.
I know.
We have new business, Leader Nudes ads. A is quick dials. What is that?
Okay. The Leader News prints out these quick dials with all the phone numbers in them. They will not be putting out the telephone books anymore. So they were wondering if Washburn Life would like to sponsor the quick dials. We'll have a banner. Here's our banner that would be on here with the QR code to our Facebook page, I
Will
think.
you color too, or no? You
Must
mentioned
not
maybe, okay.
So it's $500 to sponsor having the banner on the bottom. 500 copies will be printed, distributed to the area businesses. It'll go into the newspapers if we want, and they will update all the phone numbers that are out of date.
Can we put something like shop local or
This
something about
deadline
our
was,
event?
we have to decide today and let them
Can we
know.
put shop local then on the bottom or something about our events? I don't know, just like a shop local. So we're at least pushing for shopping.
I would suggest instead of putting shop local, something like how can we help you? Reach out to us. How can we help Washburn reach out to us?
They're gonna see it every day, and I just wanna remind them to shop local.
Mm.
Like, they're gonna see that every day, and I can tell you some of the businesses were like,
Yeah.
it's not about promoting Washburn Life, it's about promoting the businesses, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay. So that was,
You
just
got
so
a
you
point
know, yeah. They're gonna see that all the time. I mean, we could probably come up with
But the
something.
QR code would give them immediate access to live events through
It'll be
our
like our
Facebook
Facebook
page.
page, yeah.
Mhm.
So with that, so you can,
Put live events / shop local? Or what are we?
Are you asking for us to change this right now, or are you asking us for
No.
us to approve it?
just
as
to
is?
approve
Approve
this,
doing
because
this.
this was due last Friday.
Right.
They are waiting for us.
So there's no time to change it, is what I'm hearing from you.
Mhm.
Okay.
And how many do they print?
500, and they will print the 500 for, because we're sponsored, they pay for that, but if we want more, then we have to pay later on, but that,
Well, that's their deal if they,
because they
How's
say
our
500.
funds to pay for that?
We've done it.
We budget for that every year?
no, we've,
Oh, okay.
we've never really paid for this other than, a couple of years ago, we gave them $100 to print some, but
That 2023, we printed.
they printed
They
some,
printed
but
400 for us, someone from Washburn Life asked, and I'm like,
don't
I never
remember
seen
anybody
those
asking,
400.
But it just had a plain thing. This is more of a,
This, so yeah,
Add,
so this will be right down here on the
So-
bottom.
So can we ask them to put a watermark across the back that says shop local?
Or look at, support your community,
Oh, the
shop
watermark.
local, where every purchase makes a difference. That came up from ChatGPT right now. Just, if you needed something on the spot.
Yeah, here says dial quick, here says quick dial sponsored by Washburn Life.
they better change
Instead it
that.
says
We've got your number.
we could put there, just put shop local.
Okay, you want to shop local?
But yeah, they should switch that around and whichever.
I don't know.
Or do you want to do more of a sentence?
Should that be more of the header
Sometimes less is
instead
more.
of it being at the
Yeah,
bottom?
that's what I was just saying, because we have our QR code to go in there and.
Well,
then,
I
you know,
think
they'll
they
have-
want the quick dial at the top so
Or
people know what
support
it
your
is. but-
community, shop local.
I think everyone,
I
it's
think that would be better.
kind of common sense.
Oh yeah, from West River, support your community, shop local would be, or just shop local says the same thing really. Because if you live in Hazen, that means Hazen.
Support your community.
Yeah, this is just
Support your
Washburn.
community, shop local.
Does everybody
This is,
agree
oh,
with that?
this
So we
is
get
just
rid of the-
Washburn.
It's
isn't
just
it?
Washburn.
This is
Washburn.
just
This is just
Washburn,
Washburn.
just
I forgot
Washburn.
about that.
Underwood will have theirs, Wilton has their own sponsor.
These are hanging everywhere at the bank. I love them. Just gonna say.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
good.
if
I
we
use
can get them
mine a
out to
lot.
people and they see our logo and see us every day,
So
it's probably worth it.
So we'll replace, we've got your number with, what does it say, support your community, shop local.
Yeah. I think that's
Perfect.
good.
I'll make a motion that we
It's
go with
$500, right?
Yeah,
that we go with this.
I can second that.
Okay, discussion? All in favor?
Right.
I,
What's going on with this Christmas songbook? That's what's up next, later news ad.
Well, these two things are actually budgeted for. We've done them every year, so I don't know if we really need to
Sukakawea.
vote on them, but
What you said?
this is
it's
what our
on
ad
one.
looks like. This is what it'll look like now.
Nice.
So this was due 10 o'clock this morning, so we all approve this?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. It's Crockett Country. This is what our ad look like. If we approve. Will look like now.
I like that, it's more
Aw.
brighter.
I like that.
you got some events coming up on
Well,
there.
that's the
Yeah, we
Sukakawea.
have
For the
March's
year.
Taste, oh, I gotta change that to April.
So these are in the making, they are,
They are in Sukakawea Country.
oh, the songbooks in the Sukakawea country.
This is
No.
our songbook. This gets handed out to the kids and into the newspapers when the kids go caroling around town. This is what they'll do. So everybody has their little ads in there, but we paid this one for the back page.
Okay, when is that gonna get printed?
they will start as soon as I give them the go-ahead, I think. They're waiting on us. So it should have to be within,
Yeah, last day of school is the
Last-
20th, so they,
So there's no chance they're gonna be done by Sunday? Okay. Adult carolers are going around on Sunday, I think.
yeah, so no, so they probably have the old ones somewhere floating around.
I'm gonna,
we'll talk to the paper, maybe they,
So that was B and C that was on the list.
Songbook?
Do we motion them all
copies?
together or one at a time?
I don't know, do we need to like
Well, I
the
don't
motion?
think
I
we
just
need
wanted
to.
to bring,
Okay.
okay.
I'll- I'll make a motion that we go with the changes
Just in case.
on the printing.
Okay.
Where's my
I'll
Songbook?
second.
This Kaklia half page is $469 plus $75 to have it in color, I think. I'm not really sure what that,
for half,
for the half page, that's this half.
Okay.
So
Discussion,
Mark motion, Don a second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Next up is office space, what'd you find?
Well, we lost our office space, I don't know if
Oh,
everybody
really?
knew that or not, cause they're adding staff at the Leader News.
Okay.
So if we wanna provide our office space, we'll have to find other space. And you've talked to,
Tyler Better for the, where the coffee shop Java Slayer was at.
Mm.
I talked to the city. Dakota West.
What did Vetter say?
That's a lot.
yeah, he wants,
A lot, 800 and
Oh, okay.
something plus utilities and then with the internet.
I did mention that second office,
That's,
next to mine is gonna be open.
Here.
you talked to Mike about
Mike
that, right?
Nelson is $275 because it's the same price that Rochelle is paying. Cause it's at equal, same square footage on both offices.
No, it doesn't. My front one is bigger.
But he said that he has to go by square footage and that, and if remotely the same size, so it'd be 275 plus, we'd have to provide our own internet.
Do you have a hotspot on your phone?
Yeah,
Could you use that for internet?
I could, I'm still thinking I can.
Well, you can use mine too, that's right there,
yeah,
next door, but
not like she will overload it to where it-
Yeah,
it'll
internet's
bump you
not that
off.
hard, and we pay for your cell phone anyway, so if you
No,
can
I'm
use
wondering.
hotspot on your cell
Mhm.
phone. If you need to, or use
Cause you have so
Michelle's or-
much with the data thing. I don't know how much hotspot is.
it's a big difference from going from 100 either way to 275. Cause then what's the total expenses that we pay a month then now, are we up to? For like the position and everything what are we normally paying
Well,
now?
the position
The
comes out of,
position,
Yeah,
you're
that's a
paying to be a member of
$750
Washburn,
but that's out of the,
Washburn Lips, or
Out of the
Strength.
pocket.
Yeah,
it costs us $750 for all of that,
for
right?
the whole year.
so that's like the membership fee,
Okay.
and then you'd have office, and then you gotta get desks and supplies, things like that. I found a desk on,
What are our total expenses for Strength and ND every month?
Well, it would just be now that we're paying your cell phone, that's, plus the $750 is an
One
annual
time.
thing,
annual
one time.
thing, strength, cause the
And
seven
then
hundred
it was the
fifty
rent where,
is, like say, it's a membership to be part of Strength and ND, and then Strength and ND pays me a living allowance.
for $900. Or $700, oh,
$675.
$675.
She has it
okay.
till October, Richard.
Huh?
If it's the 275, she has till October, and that's when her contract ends. If you were doing math, I didn't know what you were doing over there.
$62.50 a month is what our thing with
Strength and
Strength
ND.
and ND is.
Plus,
62 of 50 a month.
That's
you gotta add
$750.
rent, you gotta add cell phone.
I'm just saying what
Oh, that
that
one.
costs.
Yeah, okay. Travel. So there's something to think about, I don't know. Okay,
So the city gonna let you come and sit down with them? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cause our contract with Strengthen and D is we're supposed to provide you with office space, right?
And Dakota West doesn't have any extra offices up there?
I don't work there.
Or
don't
They
think
said
they
it
do.
kind of like better to be on
Your
Main
bank?
Street, so that's, you know, the hub.
It doesn't have to be on Main Street. What's her, Tiana was at the interpretive center.
That didn't work that well. You know, she didn't,
That was like a closet was her office.
yeah, and it's nice to have accessibility. You know, if-
How many people go visit you? Washburn Life, do people come visit you a lot?
we want her to be accessible. We want people to feel
Yeah,
like
cause
they
they
should.
having it, I think having it in the leader office, they had to come through and go, you know, they went through another room and all that, and I was over in a corner. And, yeah, people could come in. Mark came in, Mark Craig came in, cause he saw me sitting there one day, and he's like, oh, why, you know, come in and ask a few questions and that, but.
That's
And
why I went
having
from
it
spending-
across from the museum made it easier that I could put a sign up and say, so sorry I missed you, today I'm working over here. I did that a couple times in the
Is there
summertime.
space at the museum?
They wanna
Yeah.
keep it separate, cause I seem to not do museum stuff when I know there's stuff to do for Washburn Light.
I see.
But what if we paid the Plain County
I
Historical
prefer to
Society?
keep them separate,
Oh, okay,
that's what I'm saying,
no
it's
problem.
just, you know how I like to multitask, I kinda take over and
Yeah.
keep
Well,
forgetting, I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, and an hour goes by, and I'm like, okay, I was on the clock for.
So up at your place, you guys don't have any extra offices
I don't think my management would let us rent out a
for Washburn?
office,
Okay.
no.
There's a lot
We're
of-
egg focused, it's, you know,
mhm.
A lot of
Yeah.
confidential information kind
Yeah.
of gets,
and
and the
Yeah.
bank doesn't have any office space
Yeah.
either.
so
Yeah.
the, probably the,
Like where Tammy, the insurance place was like there, but Jamie has that as her office now.
Oh, yeah, that whole, all of that's all.
so this is probably the less expensive,
There,
best option.
Yeah,
to-
but we
I
do
mean,
that
I
for
guess I never went
convenience.
across the street and asked.
We're doing that for convenience, we're not shopping anywhere else other
Well-
than Main Avenue.
But
Ryan,
where else is there? I don't
I don't
know.
Cause I've been asked,
let me talk to Ryan and see what he has over there, cause
that's what I
Oh,
thought of that too.
would you be comfortable? Something to think about.
It's just a weird, like, kinda like layout still, cause I thought they got the tanning area, I'm like, ooh, there could be an office in there. It's kinda small. Cause yeah, I don't know, are they closed for the season or closed for good? Cause on
I
the
will-
sign says closed for the season
I
on the
will,
door.
I will talk to him and see what exactly what his mind is. Cause an office, you need four walls, so you're all alone, or, yeah,
That would
you kinda do.
Be, yeah,
She
so
gets people coming in.
coming and going, that someone else won't be
Confidentiality,
coming
privacy.
in to, you know, a door that shuts and locks. That's one of the things, you know, cause, you know, we do have
Files and.
Is there
files,
anything at the
confidential.
county,
Huh?
in the county in the county building?
Well, if anything, it would help Ryan pay the utilities. I mean, it wouldn't be a lot of money, but
I thought 275 is a big difference. We went from spending zero to then getting this job to then there's
Yeah.
like other things that we started to pay for, and that's just more coming out of the account and not going back in.
yeah.
But just something to consider. The county may not be a bad idea, or other resources, all I heard was convenience at the moment, which is fine, I get it, you know, but just something to consider, that different amount of what we're spending.
Well, I think if you're realistic about it, $100 is like, it's impossible to find.
Mhm.
I did
Yeah.
mention.
275 is what Mike Nelson was, right?
Mhm.
And then you'd have to get internet or take somebody else's or whatever.
Yeah.
But that would be the only other cost there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no utilities.
And then some
That's true.
furniture, but.
That's really pretty, that's still pretty cheap.
Mhm.
You went from spending nothing and not wanting to spend anything at all.
I did mention mention
And
to
then, like,
Leader if the
easy
place, this
spending.
office space comes available?
But it
Let
is
me
our,
know.
but it is our responsibility for
But
that.
we
Yeah.
went from a couple years ago to being a strictly volunteer board, and we
Mm-hmm.
felt like we needed,
To compensate
To
all the
have-
stuff I was doing.
we needed somebody to kind of be our face and to, work on some of this stuff, so that's why we decided to do this, and, this is part of it.
Okay. Whatever you guys wanna do.
So like,
Table it till next month.
Okay.
But how long will that space be available either,
When are they kicking
When
you
Rochelle
out?
gets out.
Mike Nelson's forever.
Oh.
It's
She's
my
out already,
space right
I
now.
think.
Oh, okay.
It's whenever she decides.
Deb
so you're
pulled
you're
out of
vacating the
the
back half
common
of
area
yours,
too,
is that what
I
you're saying?
will, yeah. I already told him that I was,
Mike,
Downsizing.
did Mike come
I
and
would
talk
like
to you?
to. I talked to him.
Cause you mentioned it at Dakota Farms when we were there.
Mhm.
I went and talked with Mike, and Mike said he'd talk to you, so did he talk to you after?
I talked to him. I just told him, let me know if you decided to come through. That was kinda it.
Cause yeah, I mentioned like it to him, and he just said I have to talk to with Rochelle to find out when she'll be vacating and.
I end in December, like I paid up the year in December, all the way to December, if anything, and then he's gotta put a door back on there. I am interested now in measuring the rooms. A little bit, I'm interested in that.
Get us a deal.
Whatever your game,
You
whatever
had
your game
desks
for.
and you had furniture in that, and then when the leader was in there, they had a 8-foot table, and they were able to sit here and at the end, and then they bounced into the walls, and I was like, it's not very. I looked today too when I
Well,
walked
there's
past.
room
You
for
can
a
hear everything, it
a
doesn't
desk and a chair and two
Mhm.
guest chairs and
matter. Yes, ma'am.
file cabinet.
Absolutely, that's where the secretary was.
So, we don't have any furniture at this point, or we do?
We have a filing cabinet,
Okay,
and I can take my curbside office chair with me.
So a table donation, a desk donation, we'll probably be looking for it to put over there.
Cause it was Marketplace, there was a desk with a chair for $50, and I'm like,
Solid.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I'd like to have a desk that has like a filing cabinet, kinda like, where you can put all the
I'll
files
look and
in.
see if I have
I don't really like, the filing cabinet so big
They
and
make
it's,
this
yeah, they make kind of desks like that, they're
with the
pressed wood.
filing cabinet?
It has, yeah, the drawer, it's a drawer that's big enough to be
Well, it's
like.
like old school, okay.
I gotta look
'Cause,
and see,
yeah,
I
that's what it's
think,
trying
I
to
think I already
still
got
run
rid of
really
them, but I had a bunch of desks. I gave one to the ambulance and then I think the rest of them I got rid of, I have to look and see. And they were used in a construction office for 6 months, 8 months, whatever, so they might be scratched, but they're genuine mauve cheap office desk,
Nice, with cabinets? With little,
just exactly what she's talking about.
awesome. There you
A little
go.
drawer.
You haven't.
There you go.
I gotta go look and see if I got rid of them all, or if I still have one.
Making progress. Okay, well, let us know what you decide then on that, up to you. I guess Richard's gonna give feedback on, Ryan. Does he have like an actual room or no?
I have to ask him what he's planning to do.
Well, I don't even know what it looks like, I guess.
You talking about the front where the cornerstone was at, or?
You guys
Or
gonna
the
go
back, and I
more
just
over
have to
one,
look at,
cause I have to.
Yeah,
we
No,
gotta look at how he would do that.
insurance,
I don't know what his plans are
membership
up front.
letters.
Insurance is liability insurance.
He's talking about putting
Rental
different
approval.
flooring in up front, I know that, but
We need to get an approval, you guys, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to move forward, office spaces.
realistically,
Get
two
back.
seventy-five is,
Not too bad.
that room is big enough for a desk and a file cabinet and a chair, right?
I don't think he's overcharging, I just, was talking about from the scope of how much, but we do have to move on from this because we need, Stacy for this insurance, new business. So we're gonna table the office space too.
Next
Till
meeting.
time. Gotcha. Okay, onto the insurance.
is there any changes?
No, it's the same amount we paid last year, it's for the liability, for the events liability and
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the insurance.
So what is it we paid,
$395.
$395?
Yeah. And then
I'll
in a
second
couple
that.
months will be
We got one motion on
the
the table.
officer liability.
We got a second motion by Stacy.
Okay.
We have a discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, awesome. Membership letters, let's table that till next time.
Okay.
I think we should probably get them out sooner rather than later, shouldn't we? When did we send them out last year?
January after,
After the meeting?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
discuss
She was
putting out a
doing it.
letter and then maybe adding the info that we're looking for, a couple more board members.
Either the info or the question of what you think we can do for you.
Questionnaire needs to go out first, and then please join as a member, and then
Hi, Stacy.
I just think we need a foundation to put out for the membership to what we're offering, and make sure we're gonna stick with that.
Whenever you guys decide to do those, I'm available to you to help again.
Okay.
Just stop and send.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
Yes.
See ya.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing on that too is last year we had 3 levels of members. Do we wanna do corporate 300, business 150, individual 25 again?
Yeah,
I
with
think so.
waiving the fee for, places like, this, what was it, the city? Or we said we were waiving the fee for like, special organizations, like.
The
McLean
nonprofit?
Yeah, like the McLean Resource Center and stuff. We need to add that.
And we did talk about defining what a corporate member would be at
Like
like
how-
50 plus employees or something, so
Yes,
so
ma'am.
groups have a guideline, otherwise
Mhm.
you had somebody with 1,000 employees during the business level and 50
Right.
employees during the corporate, and that way if they kinda know what we're,
I would say leave it the same, right?
we should just,
well, we didn't
Yeah.
define what
Oh, we did it.
exactly a corporate member was.
I thought we did in our subcommittee.
What, but, I mean, the letter that we sent
Oh,
out last year
that-
had, this year,
Yes,
we're-
Oh,
okay, okay.
do you have that letter from last year, Rhonda?
How many corporate members do we have at this point?
Farm
Rainbow.
Credit Services, GRE, McLean Electric, Rainbow Energy, and the bank were the only ones that were corporate, but there were some that had a lot that could have been potentially, like the mine could have maybe been a corporate.
Mhm,
Maybe they would if they see this,
mhm.
so.
It's worth it. I like it like that because,
I think so.
yeah, I like it like that.
If you wanna get me the letter, I could maybe work on revising it. Okay. Do you have it in a Word document or something? I don't have to retype all this. Or who had the original?
I will have to check.
Okay.
It should be in the Google folder, I think.
I don't Google folder.
I think it is. Okay, good. So, what do we make, we're going to kind of talk about the letter and come back
Table
January?
to the next
Yeah,
meeting?
I can maybe work on maybe some revisions on it.
And then maybe by then, we'll get the feedback from the members, and that way we can put it into our letter of what we're gonna offer them in the future moving forward. Right? Okay, good. Open floor, anybody out there? No? You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Alright, call this meeting to adjourn, 1:04, we are done. Thank you, Washburn Life, for my card.